Good morning, students. We are back again with a new grammar chapter, that is subject, verb and agreement. The title of the chapter itself tell you that it will talk about the agreement between the subject and the verb. So first of all, we will understand what is a subject, what is a verb in a sentence. Okay, so let us move forward. Now, in this slide, we will understand subject, verb and object. You can see a sentence here. The sentence says, Billy took the folder. So, who is doing the work of taking the folder? Billy. A subject is something who does the work in the sentence. So, who took the folder? Billy. So, Billy is doing the work. So, Billy becomes the subject. What is the verb in this sentence? Took, right? And whatever the work is done by the subject is said to be the object. Over here, Billy took what? What work he has done? He took the folder. So, along with the verb, took the folder becomes the object. Got it? Students, if the subject is singular, we use singular verb along with it. If the subject is plural, we use plural verb along with it. Right? Students, let us read the note now. The note says, if a noun has ses or ies attached to it, it becomes a plural noun. For example, boy. Boy is a singular noun, right? We are talking about only one boy. And if we add s to it, it becomes boys and it becomes a plural noun, right? Similarly, in verb, when we add ses or ies to it, it becomes a singular verb. Now, here only the students get confused. You have to remember that when you add s to noun, it becomes plural. When you add ses or ies to verb, it becomes singular. For example, walk is a plural verb, but walks, when you add s to it, it becomes singular verb. Play is a plural verb, and when you add s to play, it becomes a singular verb. This is what the whole chapter is about, that with a singular subject we have to use singular verb, with a plural subject we have to use plural verb. Now let us move forward. Okay. Now students, let us understand compound subject, and compound subjects are always plural, but there are some exceptions. We will understand the exceptions also, but let us see example 1. Example 1 says John and Tom are going for cricket. Now first of all, let us find out the subject in this sentence. I have already explained you how to find a subject in a sentence. So let us ask question to this sentence. Who are going for cricket? The answer comes out to be John and Tom, right? John and Tom are doing the work in this sentence. Now there are two subjects, John and Tom. So when two subjects are joined together with the help of and, they are known as compound subject. And we already know that compound subjects are always plural. So the verb after the subject should also be plural. So are is a plural verb. So there is no mistake in this sentence. It is grammatically correct. Right? And in the previous slide, I already told you that if the subject is plural, we will use plural verb along with it. Got it? Now students, let us understand exception number 1. Exception number 1 says if each and every is used with compound sentence behaves like singular subject. Now remember, the rule said compound subjects are always plural, but here there is a change. If we add each or every with compound subject, it behaves like a singular subject. So let us see some examples. First example says, there's a sentence, it says each boy and every girl is invited. First, let us find out the subject. Who is invited? Each boy and every girl. So here two subjects are there, boy and girl. They are joined by and, right? Now what is added to the subject? Each and every, right? So what is the exception said? Each and every, when added to a compound subject, it acts as a singular subject. So remember, singular subject, we use singular verb. So along with each boy and every girl, the verb will always be singular. That is why is invited. Got it? Now let us see example number 2. Example number 2 says each boy and girl is invited. We are only using each before boy, right? Now then also it will be considered singular subject because we are adding each to the compound subject boy and girl. So when each or every is added to a compound subject, it acts as a singular subject. So the verb along with it will always be a singular verb. So we will not use are here, we will use is. Got it? You have to keep it in mind because it is an exception. Now students, let us understand exception number 2. Exception number 2 says when two singular noun together makes a complete thing, they act as a singular subject. Okay, so let us understand with the help of an example. Example 1 says bread and butter is /are my favorite food. Now you must be thinking bread and butter are two different things, so the correct verb should be are, because bread and butter are two subjects, they are joined by and, so they are acting as a compound subject. No students, here bread and butter together are making one subject. How? Because bread and butter together is one food. We do not eat bread alone or butter alone. Nobody can eat butter alone, right? And it is an English food. They eat bread and butter together. So when two things make one complete thing, it acts as a singular subject. So the verb along with the singular subject should be singular. For example, rice and curry. Nobody eats rice alone. We need curry along with the rice, right? There are more examples like this, like crown and glory. With crown, glory comes, fame comes, right? Hammer along with the sickle is required. Without sickle, hammer is of no use, right? And without hammer, sickle is of no use. So together they are a complete package. That is why two singular noun when together make a complete thing, the verb along with it is always singular because that it acts as a singular subject. Students, let us understand exception number 3. Exception number 3 says nouns such as well as, together with, along with, in addition to, etc. will not make compound subject, right? So let us understand example 1. He along with his friends is or are going for dinner. Now remember, exception number 3 says whenever along with or in addition to is acting as a subject, it will not be compound subject. It will always be considered as singular subject. So here, if they are present in the subject place, he along with his friends, though it is sounding as if it is a plural subject, but here they are acting as a singular subject. So here the correct verb along with the subject will be a singular verb. It will be is. He along with his friends is going for dinner. Let us understand exception number 4. Exception number 4 says compound subject with article a and the. Right, so we will understand how will compound subject with articles a and the behave. So let us see. And we know that two subjects when combined with and, they behave like a compound subject. So here noun and noun, they are combined with and you can see the article a or the is written before the first noun. Yes, if this kind of sentence is present where either the article a or the is present before the first subject, the compound subject will act as a singular subject. Now let us see the next one where the articles will be added to both the subjects. You can see a/the noun and a/the noun. That means both the subjects are having articles before them. And what kind of a subject it is? It is a compound subject because it is joined by and, right? So when both the subjects have articles before them, it acts as a plural subject. Let's see the example 1. Example 1 says the principal and secretary were invited. Now you can see principal and secretary, they are joined by and they are compound subject. Why? Because they are joined with and, right? And now can you see the article is present before the first noun or the first subject. The exception said that if the article is only present before the first noun or the first subject, it will act, the whole subject will act as a singular subject. So here what should be the verb? The verb should be singular verb. The principal and the secretary was invited. Correct? Students, let us understand exception number 5. Exception number 5 says that if subjects are joined with or, nor, neither, nor, either, or not only but also, they do not act as compound subject, because you should always remember that compound subjects are added with and, right? So students get confused here. They see or nor adding two subjects, they think it is a compound subject. Now let us see the example. Example 1 says neither Neetu nor his brother Rohan is capable of winning the prize. So first of all, let us find the subject. Who is capable of winning the prize? The answer comes out to be neither Neetu nor his brother Rohan, right? Now we are using the verb is here, but many of you must be confused. You must be thinking that there are two subjects, Neetu and Rohan. Whenever or, nor, neither, nor, either, or, not only but also are used to form subject, you always see the subject just before the verb. If that subject is singular, you use the verb singular. If it is plural, you use the verb next to it, plural. So here in this sentence, neither Neetu nor his brother Rohan is capable of winning the prize. Before the verb, which subject is coming? Rohan, and Rohan is one person, right? So it is singular, so the verb next to it should be singular. Let's move to the next example. Next example says not only the doctor but also the nurses of the nursing home are very kind. First of all, let us find the subject. Who are very kind? Not only the doctor but also the nurses of the nursing home. So whole thing is a subject, right? Now before the verb, which is the closest subject, doctor or nurses? It is nurses, right? So nurses, we are talking about one nurse or many nurse? So many, so it is a plural subject before the verb, so the verb will be are, and so here the verb is correctly used. Here we end with the first part of subject verb agreement. We will meet in the next video.